Welcome to Velo View. Today I am bringing you a full in-depth review of the 2026 BMW iX3, a car that is far more than just another electric SUV. It is the model that launches BMW's Neue Klasse generation of vehicles, designed from the ground up as electric first. Unlike its predecessor, which was based on the standard X3 with an electric powertrain added in, the 2026 X3 is entirely new, with its own dedicated architecture, futuristic technology, and a very bold statement about where BMW wants to take its brand in the next decade. From the moment you see it, you notice that this is a very different approach to styling. BMW has dialed back the oversized grilles that sparked debate in recent years and has gone back to a more restrained but modern interpretation. The twin kidney grilles are still there, but they are slim, vertically stretched, and softly illuminated, giving the front end a futuristic glow without overwhelming the design. The proportions are sleek and athletic, with clean body surfaces, slim lights, and an aerodynamically sculpted profile. BMW says the drag coefficient is as low as 0.24, which plays a huge role in extending the car's range and efficiency, while also making the whole silhouette feel more futuristic. It is under 4.8 meters long, yet somehow manages to look substantial and purposeful on the road. Step inside and you are greeted by an interior that feels closer to a digital lounge than a traditional SUV cabin. The star is the panoramic iDrive display, a 43-inch wide projection that stretches across the lower part of the windshield, effectively replacing a conventional instrument cluster. It is customizable, so you can keep it minimal with just speed and navigation, or expand it to show media, driver assists, and more. It feels natural, almost like a head-up display blended into the car's design. Beneath that sits a massive 17.9-inch touchscreen, running BMW's newest iDrive X operating system. It is responsive, colorful, and designed more like a smartphone interface with widgets and quick shortcuts, making it very intuitive to use compared to older iDrive versions. Drivers who have tested it already say it makes daily driving feel more seamless, with information always at your fingertips but never cluttered. The steering wheel even has touch-sensitive controls that work smoothly with the system. Sustainability plays a big role in this model too. The cabin materials include recycled plastics, marine waste, and secondary aluminum, while production at BMW's new Debrecen plant in Hungary is fossil fuel-free. Over its life cycle, BMW claims emissions are reduced by about 34% compared to an equivalent combustion model, and if you charge it with renewable electricity, it becomes greener than a gas-powered X3 after just under 11,000 miles of driving. It shows BMW's effort not only to electrify but to clean up the full production process. Performance is where this SUV really earns its stripes. The range-topping X350 xDrive uses two electric motors to produce about 463 horsepower and 476 pound-feet of torque. With all-wheel drive and instant electric punch, it can sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 5 seconds, which is sports car territory for a family SUV. Yet it is not just about straight-line speed. The Neue Klasse platform introduces what BMW calls its superbrains and heart of joy, central processors that manage drive, chassis, braking, and recuperation with ultra-fast response. The result is sharp steering, stable body control, and a playful rear bias in sport mode that lets you feel like you are still driving a BMW, not just an anonymous electric appliance. Reviewers who have driven prototypes describe it as composed yet exciting, with precise inputs and a real sense of balance on the road. Range is equally impressive. With its new generation battery pack of about 108 to 109 kilowatt-hours, the X3 can travel up to 500 miles on the WLTP cycle, which translates to roughly 400 miles on the EPA standard. That puts it right among the longest-range electric SUVs on the market. Charging is just as strong, with BM's 800-volt system enabling up to 400 kilowatt DC fast charging. In real numbers, that means going from 10 to 80% in just over 20 minutes, or adding more than 200 miles of driving in about 10 minutes. For long-distance travelers, this is a game changer, removing much of the anxiety people still associate with electric cars. Practicality is another area where the X3 shines. The interior feels almost as spacious as an X5 despite being shorter, with plenty of room for passengers front and rear. The back seats even recline slightly for added comfort. Cargo space is generous at 520 liters with all seats up, expanding to 1,750 liters when folded, and there is a useful 58-liter frunk under the hood for charging cables or smaller items. That makes it versatile for families and road trips, while still keeping a sleek shape. As for design personalization, BMW offers several colors at launch, including Alpine White, Space Silver, Brooklyn Gray, Ocean Wave Blue, Sapphire Black, and Polarized Gray, with a bold fire red shade joining later. Buyers can also select M Sport packages that add sportier bumpers, darkened trim, and bigger wheels, giving the SUV a sharper, more aggressive edge. The lighting tech is striking too, with slim LED units that almost look like concept car pieces. Production of the X3 begins at the end of 2025, with European deliveries starting in spring 2026 and US arrivals by mid-2026. The initial launch will feature the X350 xDrive, priced in the US at just under $60,000, which is surprisingly competitive given the performance and tech on offer. By early 2027, more affordable variants, the X340S Drive and 40X Drive, will join the lineup with over 300 miles of range and a starting price closer to $55,000, making the Neue Klasse accessible to a wider audience. Altogether, the 2026 BMW X3 is much more than a simple electric SUV. It represents BMW's fresh start in the EV era, combining sleek styling, groundbreaking interior technology, sustainable construction, long range, rapid charging, and driving dynamics that still carry the BMW DNA. It manages to be both futuristic and practical, sporty yet family-friendly, and luxurious while being mindful of its environmental impact. For anyone wondering whether BMW can carry its legacy into the age of electrification, the X3 answers that question with a confident yes. Thank you for staying through this detailed review of the 2026 BMW X3. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more insights into the most exciting cars shaping the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the VeloView community.